5 Live at 5. Today's your daily motivation, inspiration, relaxation, transformation station. This is Mr. Munson, the Live at 5. Lessons from the bottom. Rock bottom. Let me ask you. I want you to think about the time in your life at your rock bottom, your lowest. I want you to remember that time, wherever it was, whatever you were going through, the worst situation of your life. Whether you were really broke, you were broken heart, you were living in a tough situation, whatever it is, there was a moment in your life that you were in a very tough place. Now, my question is, what did you learn from that place? What did you learn from the place you were in? I'm gonna read you guys something out of this right here. This right here. I'm gonna read you something out of there. We're gonna do that in just a minute. But I want to tell you about the place that I was in. The toughest place, one of the toughest places I can remember in my life, and what I learned. So in 2013, Paul, in fact, was the only one who lived there. He didn't live there, he came to visit. And I think he was shocked when he got there. I lived in a place, and I talked about it, I lived in an 80 square foot box. It had 4 walls, one kind of jail style window, a front door. It was a square box. It was, 80 total square feet. It was 2 miles up from the I didn't have a car. It was 2 miles up from the nearest store up the mountain. So it's a long walk walk down. You could hitchhike. I lived in Hawaii at the time, but it was tough. I lived in a box. I had no bathroom, no shower, no kitchen, one mini window, and it just was horrible. And I remember the first night when I laid down, I'm pretty sure a spider crawled on my face and into my mouth. I'm not 100%. I could have been hallucinating. I don't know. But that's what I felt like happened. And every night it was horrible. What would happen is when it gets dark too, it was very like this spiritual energy that was unsettling. It was on the side of a mountain. I had to use the bathroom outside on the side of the mountain. I didn't have a bathroom. And when I lived in that place, I didn't have a bathroom, okay? Like, not a kind of a joke, no bathroom. I didn't have nothing, so I went out on the mountain. I didn't have a shower, and I didn't have a kitchen, and I didn't have a car, and I didn't have a phone that worked there. No phone worked there, and the internet only worked up top by the neighbors. So when I wanted to use the internet, I would basically have to use the internet in the yard in the middle of where the other people live, the neighbors, which is really weird and uncomfortable because if I talked, I would disturb everybody. And the one neighbor had a little kid, and he tried to fight me one day because I was doing a Google Hangout, and it was like 2 p.m. He said I was disrupting their kid. They were sleeping. So I was like, okay, Paul was there actually. He came out, he's like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like, hey bro, what are you doing on this? I'm like, it's okay, dude, it's just a 15-minute webinar. Everything's going to work out, bro. Later, he told me his wife was just giving him a hard time about everything. But from this place, really one of the hardest places I ever lived, it was $100 a week, so it didn't cost a lot of money, but I didn't have any money. I wasn't able to really use the internet or computer. Barely. I had to use it underneath a tent in the middle of the yard. No ability to talk on the phone. I was just coming off my drug run, so I was dealing with that, letting it all go. And, I remember I had just broken up with my girlfriend not long before that, so I was dealing with that as well. So you're dealing with financial issues, broken heart, dealing with drug, where you're like, letting the chemicals leave your body. So it's like everything going on at once. And I remember Paul came to visit for a little bit, which we can talk about another time. But he came to visit for a week, and he got stuck there for over a month. It was hard, unbelievably hard. And in that place, I learned a golden lesson in my life that changed my entire life. And I want to read to you something that I found that day. Now, I didn't realize it, but at that time, I had no possessions, only a couple things. And somehow I actually had this. Now, this is a Bible, okay? You can see it's like falling apart. Now, my Bible teacher, okay, a long time ago, gave me this when my brother died. So he gave this to me, and somehow I kept on to it, right, folks? I just held on to it. And, you know, it's probably one of the more powerful books you can read. If you haven't read it, it's not a big deal. We're not going to get religious at all right here. I'm going to read you a cool story, and I'm going to let you know how powerful this one story changed my entire life. Now, what I also realized is I had never even heard of this book. It's called Haggai. Have you heard of it? It's 2 pages long. So I'm sitting there one night, right, in my little 80 square foot box on the side of the mountain. And, you know, I'm like broken in every sense of the word. Financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, everything. I'm totally broken down. And, I remember this day like it was yesterday. The wind is like gusting, and I can almost feel like this energy, like this spiritual energy, like through the trees. It was like indescribable, really. And I'm sitting there, and it's like a rainy day, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? How am I going to get out of this place, right? But see, the big difference of what I hear from so many people and where I was then is I wasn't complaining. I was grateful that I was alive. I knew for sure that I could get out of it. So many people complain, blame, argue, stress, worry, criticize, filled with doubt when they're in a tough situation. And they don't realize that makes it harder to get out of it. I was just actually there. Like, what is going on? Like, this is crazy. I don't have a car. I'm going to get to the store. I have no food. I can't call anybody. And then I just find this Bible, right? And I open it up and like, just kind of like guided, and boom, here it is. Haggai number 1, a call to build the house of the Lord. And I said, what is this, right? So I'm like diving in, and let me just read you the couple lines that I underlined. And I think that no matter what, Bible or not, spiritual or not, religious or not, this means something to everybody. Listen, this is important. Give careful thought to your ways. You have planted much, but harvested little. You eat, but never have enough. You drink, but never have your fill. You put on clothes, but are not warm. You earn wages, only to put them in a purse with holes in it. So obviously at this point I'm already like, what? I mean, what? Well, how did I find this right now? Like, I've never even heard of this verse. I'm not like a big Bible scholar. I'm certainly not praying all the time. I'm just here, and I'm like, no way. Why am I reading this right now? How did I find this all of a sudden? So then it goes on to say, give careful thought to your ways. Go up into the mountains and bring down timber and build the house so that I may take pleasure. So that I may take pleasure in it and be honored. You expected much, but you see, it turned out to be little. And I'm like, chills, What you brought home, I blew away. Why? Because my house, which remains a ruin, while each of you is building up your own house. And I'm like, that's my whole life. My whole life. How did I find this? Where did this Bible come from? whoa, it stopped me in my tracks, right? Now, trust me, I'm like everybody else, right? I can't believe, like, I've never seen, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out too. You know, what is faith? What is the Bible? What is God? What is my life? And I'm not like I'm just trying to figure life out. Trauma, addiction, poverty. That's the same guy sitting on the mountain reading this thing that showed up all of a sudden on a rainy day with the wind blowing. And I go, this is my whole life. See, what it says in there is all you were focused on, Stephen, is building your life. Getting out of your struggle, worried about your place, your money, your car, your home, your fame, your success, your bank account, your reputation. All you care about, dude, is you. And it stopped me. I said, the moment of truth, this is it. Maybe life is more about my struggle. Maybe life is more about the money that I have, that I want, the success that I'm looking for. Maybe life is more than, being on the leaderboard, stepping on stage, writing that book, being recognized, having my friends say how great a person I am, having all these people recognize me. And I go through this moment. And, I'll never forget it. It's a clearly unforgettable moment in my life. I had never heard of the book of Haggai, ever. I read these 2 short paragraphs. Give careful thought to your ways. Go up into the mountain and bring down timber and bring the house so I may take pleasure and be honored. It's like, you're so busy, Stephen, building up your life that you forgot your purpose in life was to build up others. And it was like, whoa, life just changed. That moment on, I realized, this was 3 years ago, that no matter what I went through, I was going to make it. I was going to survive. I was going to thrive. I was going to be protected. I was going to be anointed, blessed. I would be able to do anything. As long as I didn't think about just me building up my house. So I needed to go up to the mountains and rebuild. And you got to ask yourself a question. Where are you right now in your life? What are you focused on building? Because just like it says in the beginning, give careful thought to your ways. You have planted much but harvested little. You eat but never have enough. You drink, never have your fill. You put clothes on but never are warm. You earn wages to put them in a purse with holes in it. It's like you make all this money and all of a sudden it's gone. And I'm like, that's my life. Now, without getting deep into the Bible, that's just a story in the Bible. That's what the storyteller said, right? That story happened to have an extreme meaning to my life. Boom, the transformation. What I want to encourage you to do is I want you to be part of something bigger than you. I want you to get out of whatever you're worried about. Whatever it is that you're worried about is just suffering because of thinking of yourself. If you're honest with yourself, ask yourself a question. Anything that you're worried about, anxious about, stressed about, confused about, broken down about, does it have anything to do with more than you? Meaning, is it if you consider all of us as one, a unity, family, the Heal family, hashtag Heal family if you're in Heal. If it has anything to do with all of us as one, then it's something to be hurting about. But if you took each one of our lives and you combined it into one, we're doing pretty good, aren't we? We're making it happen. We're happy and moving forward. We're progressing daily. We're focused on becoming better. We're pulling it in left and right. None of us are left alone. Suffering, I loved when Anand Giri told me, suffering is when you think about yourself. That's how it's been in my life. Stress is tough. Worrying about things is tough. Not knowing how you're going to make ends meet is tough. But blaming, complaining, arguing, stressing, bickering, telling this and that doesn't solve it. That makes it worse. Focus on building up other people's lives and see what God can do in your life. Okay? And see what happened in your life when you focus on other things besides exactly what you want to build, how you want to be recognized, what you want to put together, building up your reputation, building up your bank account, getting your car, being recognized on the stage for you. What about the community? What about the world that we live in? What about the kids in your life? Build them up. And let's do this together. Now we got one more minute. So what I want to do is we're going to do an awesome webinar a week from today. 1 week from today, I'm going to show you how I used YouTube to explode a business I was in that you can use for any business, any product, anything that you're marketing, whether it's a business, a product, or a brand, or a company. And if you want to be invited to this awesome webinar a week from today, all you got to do is write invite into the chat below and we'll get you an invite to it. It's invite only. We're going to do it a week from today. It's going to be awesome. Never shown anybody before, but it's a strategy that I used for free advertising on YouTube that I was able to earn over $37,000, which I used all that money to put into Heal, to market Heal, or to get Heal off the ground. So it's awesome. All you got to do is hashtag invite. I know this is upside down, right side up. If you can put invite down there, we'll make sure that you get one. This obviously went super fast. Boom, 18 minutes is up. I appreciate you. Sometimes yesterday, and I want to finish on this note if it takes another minute or not. Yesterday I said to myself, Stephen, you need to work on being yourself more. And so I'm real with myself. I'm honest. And I said, you need to work on being yourself more. And during that, it was like, what do you mean? It's like, I don't wear, dress clothes all the time. I'm usually walking around in my swim trunks or my boxers, like straight up. Most people do at their home while I'm working. When I get doing videos and I'm doing marketing, I'm wearing this. I'm like, maybe you should just do the Live at 5 in your boxers and just be who you really are. Wear your swim trunks like you're in Hawaii. Don't wear shoes when you don't want to. Be authentic with yourself. So instead of being accepted by others, I strive every day to be myself. That's the goal. That's what I want for you in your life, to become yourself. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. That's what Heal is all about. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. Heal is all about health, wealth, love, and happiness. What we're doing is helping people have more health, better health, more wealth, love, and happiness in their life. And we use a powerful system, a great brand and company called Heal. We're all the Heal family. And if you want an invite to our webinar 1 week from today, just let us know, invite. We'll make sure that you get there. Be yourself. Don't be somebody for everybody else. Be yourself. Build other people up. And I'm going to do the next Live at 5 soon, and my birthday soon. So for anybody, hopefully nobody gets offended. I'll do it my birthday soon. It's going to be Live at 5 on a whole other level. But anyhow, I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to start having a lot of fun with this. And tomorrow, we're going to do a meditation. So come all zenned out with your yoga pants on and your candles and all that stuff, and get all jazzy, groovy Friday night before you're going out to hit the disco and go clubbing. Mom, don't worry about it. Before you go clubbing and go to the disco, I want you to come. I want you to get zenned out. I want you to feel good. I want you to have fun and relax and unwind and let all the stress of the week go. Tomorrow, bring your candles, have your tea, get in your robes, get all zenned out. We're going to play mellow music, and we're going to do some zen, and we're going to do some meditating, and we're going to visualize, and we're going to... My mom's telling me don't do Live at 5 in that birthday suit. But I'm telling you guys what. Mark my words. We will do Live at 5 in our birthday suits. All of us. One day. One day soon. Until then, have fun, live a little bit, dream big. And today's Live at 5, once again, is your daily motivation, inspiration, transformation, relaxation station. Love you.